Mainly Cal and other people, they've complimented the job you did on Edwards, both Athens and here. When you're guarding somebody like that, what are you trying to do? What do you feel like makes you a good defensive player?
For me, honestly, it was just trying to make it tough. He's a really good player, so I knew I wasn't gonna hold him to zero the whole game. He even banked one in, so a really good player is not going to be held to zero the whole game. So I was just trying to make everything tough, contest every shot that I could, and just really make it hard for him. That was really it.
What do you think of that role of being the stopper?
It's good, but I think our defense is based on team defense, being in the gaps, helping each other, and that's what's got us this far already. Is just really helping each other.
And what do you think, Immanuel, about getting fouled late in games? How you're shooting like over 90%, obviously. So I mean, does it faze you at all,
No.
or is there a little bit of tension?
I actually kind of look forward to it. Just a way to put the game away. Before every game, I visualize being on the line before the game ends and just knocking down free throws. So that's really helped me out a lot. But really, just looking forward to icing the game and things like that is really a big key for me.
The game looks a lot easier for you this year compared to last year. What's still the hardest part of the game for you at this particular point?
The hardest part? That's a tough question.
Cal always says, look at what's hardest for you to do, and that'll build your confidence. What's hard for you to do?
I wouldn't necessarily say hard, but it's definitely a grind day to day, I guess. Just after a game, you play like 40 minutes or something. You got to come back the next day and try and come in the gym and try to get better and things like that. I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's definitely tough, especially when you're a little tired or something. But you got to come in and try to find a way to get better.
I'm sure day to day you guys don't think about it in terms of your resume for the NCAA tournament,
Yeah.
but in the big picture, when you have a few bad losses on
Right.
on the ledger, are you aware as players when you go into chances like this week and last Saturday at Arkansas and
Yeah.
Auburn coming up, that those are chances to sort of counterbalance that and
Yeah,
get
definitely.
a good win?
You see it every now and then on like Twitter or ESPN or something, those bad losses and good wins. But we just try to stay focused on every next game, and if you can kind of have that mentality, I think at the end of the season you'll be where you want to be as far as seeding and things like that. But especially once you get in the tournament, every team you play is going to be good. We've seen that last year. I found out my freshman year playing against a 16 seed is just as tough as playing against a 4 seed or something like that. So honestly, you just want to be ready, be at your best when the tournament time comes.
How significant was it for you all to find out that you could go in a place that's going to be, I don't know if anything will be louder than what you saw Saturday at Arkansas, maybe Texas Tech will be,
Yeah.
but that noise could overcome you in that environment and you guys could sort of stand up to it?
Yeah, it was a great environment to play in as well. Last year, I'd probably say Tennessee was probably the loudest, but this year, Arkansas, that was definitely louder than Tennessee, and I think all the guys would agree. So for us to come out with a win in an environment like that was really big.
How can that
Yeah, it was when Cal got ejected. That was probably the loudest gym I ever been in.
How can that kind of loud noise affect a player? Not you necessarily, but any player. What would we look for to see he's affected?
If you've never been in a situation like that, I guess it could kind of affect you mentally, but honestly, it's just people screaming. It's kind of the same. The gym's still the same if it was empty, but it's just people screaming, making noise, so it doesn't really change anything.
Man, a lot of guys who are asked to be a defensive stopper almost have to sacrifice something at the other end of the court, but you're not doing that. You had 12 points, I think, in the last one to help shut down Edwards. So what do you have to do to reach that point physically on both ends of the floor?
You got to try to be in great shape, but honestly, whether you call me a stopper or not, I think our defense is really based on team defense. I didn't stop him alone. I didn't even stop him, honestly. He didn't finish the game with 0 points. He's a really good player, so really our defense, like I said, is based on team defense, somebody guarding the ball and 4 other guys helping that person. So honestly, when it comes down to defense, it's really just all 5 guys on the floor talking and helping each other.
Was one of the reasons that zone seemed to work so well because it was sort of new and it made you guys talk to each other? Because I noticed you were like barking out orders and pointing, and Just that when you talk about team defense, the
Yeah.
fact that it forced you all to talk a little bit.
Yeah, and that was just kind of me using kind of my IQ to just know where shooters are, know where the drivers are, and just trying to help my teammates. Because I kind of been in a situation like that before, me being a sophomore. So just trying to help my teammates out, with the zone and matchups like that. So that was really what that was.
Cal talked about you being in like supreme condition. Would that have been the case this time last year, or has that developed over the last few months?
It's kind of developed. I was in pretty good shape last year, but now like I kind of really don't get tired at all. That's really a tribute to kind of KP. He been running us to death. So yeah.